Our next speaker is Dr. Purita. He's a pioneer in the use of stem cell and platelet-rich plasma therapy for orthopedic conditions. Graduated from Georgetown University Medical School and served a surgical internship at the University of Florida Medical Center. Following completion of a residency in orthopedic surgery at the University of Miami-Jackson Memorial Hospital, where he served as chief administrative resident, Dr. Purita joined the Boca Raton Orthopedic Group in 1981 and has remained there since. He's an instructor and proctor of surgeons in the use of lasers and arthroscopic and orthopedic surgery at a variety of area hospitals. So I'd like to call Dr. Purita to the stage, please, to talk to us about cell research.
Stem cells next. There we go. Anyway, my name is Joe Purita. I'm an orthopedic surgeon, and now we need some slides. Okay, now we have everything. All right, so basically, what is regenerative medicine? That's what we've been talking about all morning. Now, I'm going to try and really tie it all together, because it's interesting. All the talks were about things and I'm going to say. So what is regenerative medicine? This is basically cell therapy. This is how we really get things done. This is how the body works. This is how the body gets you better. All right, so basically, this is one of the things. When I give a lecture to the lay public, I say, I don't get people better. Your cells get you better. Now, you can help yourself by doing a good lifestyle, by eating the right foods and things like that, but ultimately your cells are going to get you better. No one else is going to do that for you. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the nuts and bolts of stem cell therapy. First of all, we have platelet-rich plasma. Now, we're all heard of platelets. When you get a cut or something, you say, I have to get my platelets, and they're going to make a scan. Well, this is what we look at here. We look at this thing here. It's called buffy coat. And that basically contains platelets, and it contains some white blood cells and things like that. Now, if I were to take a drop of your blood and put it under the microscope, this is what it would look like. Now, when I concentrate it, this is what it's going to look like right here. Right there is what it looks like. And that's called platelet-rich plasma. Concentrated. These platelets are growth factors. That's what they contain. Now, if we look at it, we know that a platelet would clot things. We know, okay, when you get a scab, that's fine. But we see all these little insignias here. We see VEGF, vascular endothelial growth factor. Well, what is that? Think of stem cells as an approaching army. It needs a blood supply, like Dr. Rosier was mentioning this morning. Without that blood supply, we're doomed to fail. So that creates a blood supply. IGF-1, insulin growth factor 1. You may know that as the name of HGH, human growth hormone. So these are the things. These are basically the basis of all medicine, and I'll get into that in just a little while. So here's what an activated platelet looks like, sort of an amoeba. Now, this is the cell membrane, the eyes and ears of the cell. And it was talked about nutrition. When you have bad nutrition, what happens? That membrane is not good. You eat a lot of meats and things like that, you get a lot of omega-6s. That's why you need your omega-9s to get that cell membrane to work. Remember, it's basically dealing with the environment. So that's why you want that membrane to work well. So what do we do for PRP treatments? Well, we treat soft tissue injuries, we treat cartilage injuries, we treat spinal disorders. Now, stem cells, all right, basically, stem cells are master cells. They can multiply, they can create different types of tissue. They can repair and renew. Aging is basically when these stem cells start failing. Okay? Now, where are stem cells found? They're found in the bone marrow, they're found in fat, believe it or not, found in tissues, and things like that. Now, these are some of the things that stem cells are going to treat in the future. Realize we haven't really mastered a lot of these things. ALS, Alzheimer's, things like that. There's some promising things. We're going to get there, but we're not there yet. So if you see a website that says they're treating all these things, that means they're treating nothing, because we can't treat all these things. Now, why are they important, stem cells? Without your stem cells, you live about 2 days. Not too good, so you can see why we want to do that. Now, classification of stem cells, where do they come from? Well, you can get them from someone else. You have embryonic, they can come from the blood, the bone, the marrow, the adipose tissue, placenta tissue. They can be hematopoietic, or they can be mesenchymal. So let's get into this a little more. Embryonic cells, this is what gives the stem cell field a black eye. People say, my God, these guys are killing babies to get the cells. Well, George Bush said, you know what, we need to kind of outlaw maybe using a lot of these cells. And President Obama said, nah, maybe we should put some more research. But these cells so far are kind of a dead end to us. Here's why. Because basically there's a lot of problems with these cells. You can inherit any disease that that patient may have, or that embryo may have. Basically they can grow as a tumor. So you're going to inject some cells in the body that literally can form a tumor. They can also be foreign invaders. You can have the stem cells from an embryonic cell, they can attack the body can attack that. So that's one of the problems that you're dealing with there. Now, eventually, we're going to probably use these to treat like diabetes type 1 and muscular dystrophy. Right now, we're not at that point. Now, what are the kind of cells we can use? Well, we can use hematopoietic, they make blood, but they also generate tissue. Mesenchymal, an interesting cell, an iPS cell, a used for potential stem cell. A U cell and a B cell. We're going to get into some of those. Okay? So hematopoietic stem cells, basically, they make your blood, they make blood vessels. They can also help regenerate tissue. They drive regeneration. And one thing I want to say, we brought up earlier that about pluripotent cells. Most all your cells in your body are what they call multipotent. They can only do so much. They're not pluripotent. We're going to talk about pluripotent cells shortly. Now, mesenchymal stem cells, we thought they were the big guys. Now, it's like a symphony orchestra. What's the most important instrument in a symphony orchestra? They're all important. Same thing with stem cells. They're all important. Okay, so mesenchymal stem cells, you know what they're like? Like Navy SEALs. They get parachuted into an area. It's a very hostile area. They're very specialized. They're probably not going to survive. But what they do, like the Navy SEALs, they can get that area ready for the other cells to do their job. Because they do what they call immune modulation. They get the body and they calm it down. Now, where do these mesenchymal cells come from? Adipose tissue. Guess what? Your fat tissue. Believe it or not, there's a lot of stem cells in your fat. But that's the problem you also run into. If you have a big pendulous belly, like I'm losing, okay, those stem cells start making bad growth factors. Growth factors that cause diabetes, cause cancer, things like that. So that's the problem you have. And that's really what it boils down to. That's why Dr. Rose was saying, take a bad lifestyle when you grow weight. That's why, because you have the stem cells that are actually becoming enemy rather than your friend. Okay, so interesting thing, somatic nuclear transfer. Okay, what does that mean exactly? Well, this is basically cloning. This is a very slippery slope. We've got to be careful about it. What you do is you take an unfertilized egg, you take the nucleus out of one of your cells, you put it in that egg. You can actually start growing cells. Now, luckily, we haven't gotten to the point where we can build up many generations. It's a slippery slope if we start doing things like that. Now, here's an interesting cell, an iPS cell. Now, Dolly was a sheep that was cloned. Dolly's not an iPS, but this thing is the same. Basically, the problem with iPS cells is the problem we have with all stem cells. Their DNA is old. Dolly died of old age at a young age because her DNA is old. And we've got sort of some brushes with this earlier today in both talks. It's the telomeres. Look at the telomere of an embryonic cell. The telomere of an adult cell. Much shorter. The longer that telomere, the better that cell works. So if you can somehow or other stimulate telomerase to make this longer, you're going to have a much more efficient cell. Okay, so telomeres, Nobel Prize 2009. A very important thing. One of the most important aspects probably in all of medicine. Now, this is one of my absolute favorite things because I feel privileged we're probably one of the few clinics in the whole United States that are involved with these cells. These are called B cells. Okay? Very small embryonic-like stem cells. Guess what? They're found in your body. And they're pluripotent cells. It's the only pluripotent cell we really know of in the body. Okay? Now, interesting about these cells, we have to activate them at 4 degrees centigrade. Now, we have magical ways of stimulating their numbers dramatically. And that's the interesting thing about it. Now, here's the interesting thing. These V cells, although they're the cutting edge of the cutting edge, they probably are one of the oldest stem cells around because it's the basis of active function, we think. These cells basically are stimulated by something called the bond-end channel in the active function areas. Now, what's interesting about these cells, guess what? They produce polymerase. tell you about their DNA. You have a cell in your body that's probably the same as when you were 10 years old. The same type of DNA. So that's a very interesting thing. Now, one of the things we're finding with these cells is osteoporosis. We're actually killing osteoporosis with these cells. We've had a number of cases now. We have documentation. Now, when we talk about osteoporosis, that's a real bad aging problem. Now, look at how many fractures we get a year. You know, that's just the tip of the iceberg. And none of these things really work well. Okay? Now, what we know about these cells, they can help form new cells that grow bone called osteoclasts. Okay? Here we've got a number of bone densities. So this is bone density is one of the most objective tests you can get. And look what we've got in one person in less than a year. And this seems to be over and over. We're getting this over and over. So basically, we're using cell therapy to cure osteoporosis. I don't like the word cure because you're not supposed to say cure with stem cells. The FTC gets after us for that. But you make your own determination on that. So we now have a way that's safe. It's the patient's own cells. And that's where we think we're going. Now, we have to stimulate these cells. It's a 3-day process. Now, I'm going to give you one little interesting thing about these cells also. We know one thing that stimulates them a lot is something called Purita, which is a supplement. It's an algae found in the waters of Okinawa. Anybody know about the people of Okinawa? Some of the longest lived people in the world. Diet is very rich in Purita. Purita stimulates the heck out of these cells. But the problem still is they still have to be activated. And we have to activate these cells overnight at 4 degrees centigrade, which is about 38, 39 degrees. Then they become activated, and then they start doing what we need. We give them back intravenously. So we also have done some cases where we've taken these B cells from a child or a grandchild and given them back to the grandparents. Very interesting results to say the least. It seems like we did a lot of reversal of aging with different markers and things like that. So we think it's a new area of age reversal. So we use these cells. We're going to give some cytokines by mouth, and we'll do these other supplements that we think can help deliverance. Now, another interesting thing is we use these things. We also use a wristwatch, a laser wristwatch. I'm going to get into some reasons why I should have been using mine all morning. I'm getting my telomeres and everything else stimulated a little better. So, and that's what it is there. And you can see some of the things, and we're going to see why this wristwatch does these things in a little bit. So anyway, what do we use in our office? We use bone marrow stem cells, fat stem cells, and blood. And we basically will take the stem cells from the bone marrow with a local anesthetic. We'll get about 20 cc's, and then we'll use that to regenerate articular cartilage, to regenerate rotator cuff tears, things like that. Now, believe it or not, like I said earlier, your fat tissues is a cornucopia of stem cells. But a lot of the stem cells in there are these mesenchymal cells, the Navy SEALs. Look at all the things that have been done already with fat tissue. Pancreas for diabetes, okay? Cartilage, myocardium, basically down to the University of Miami, Josh Harris doing a lot of work with that. So there's a lot of things we can get from fat tissue, okay? Now, basically, we just use a free fat graft. We don't like to really break the fat down because it seems to work very well for us. So, now, another thing that we have is something called an exosome. Now, exosomes are basically the body's FedExes. That's the best way I can describe it. The richest source of exosomes in your body is your saliva. So that's why when you have some pills that you have to put in front of your tongue and get it absorbed that way, works good. I'll give you a good example. You have a friend who's a heart patient. They get chest pain. They put a nitroglycerin tablet under their tongue, and within seconds they're there because that's been hooked up by those exosomes in your saliva. It goes right where it's needed, just like FedEx, the right time at the right place. All right, so basically, cytokines, growth factors, we use them orally, under the tongue, so it gets picked up. We use them as injections. We use them as creams. We have some aesthetic creams that we use. And now we have ionophoresis patches. What is that? That's like a large Band-Aid with a built-in battery. And we put the growth factors in, and it delivers it down deep into the joint without any injections or anything like that. So it works exceptionally well. Okay? So the cytokines basically are the messengers. Like I say, it's like the body's cell phone system. These are growth factors, and that's what I'm saying. This is how the cells communicate with each other. Most every problem in medicine boils down to these cytokines. This is what the cytokines are. If you are healthy, your cytokines are balanced. If you're not healthy, you have either too much of one or too little of another. There's three really bad guys. They're called interleukin 1, interleukin 6, and tumor necrosis factor. They are basically responsible for all kinds of bad things. All right, so nitric oxide. Another interesting thing. Nitric oxide is, to me, one of the holy grails of stem cell therapy. What's one of the best ways you can get nitric oxide? Eat kale, eat beets, okay? It basically is a immune growth thing, it's a neuromodulator, it helps cell proliferation. One of the best things you can take, and a lot of the work comes from the University of Texas. There's a product out there called Neo40. I have nothing to do with it, but it's a really good product. Now, the interesting thing about nitric oxide, that is the basis of how hyperbaric oxygen works. That comes from the work of Dr. Tom at the University of Pennsylvania. Hyperbaric oxygen stimulates nitric oxide, which then stimulates more stem cells. So that's why when you have a diabetic who goes in a hyperbaric chamber, they get a foot wound healed. That's why it works. Remember what I said, the cells heal the patient, not the doctors. So these are some of the things we find with low-level light therapy. Now, we use some intravenous lasers in our office, among other things. And you can see right here, there's different lights we use, green, blue, and red. And I just want to show you something, because this kind of dovetails with the other talk that we heard. All right, so we hit this with blue light, and look what happens. All of a sudden, we're releasing nitric oxide, and that nitric oxide is really good things. Now, let's look what happens when we hit this with a different color light. Okay, we have a red light. This really dovetails with the last talk. Okay, so now we're going to hit this with a red light. Lo and behold, what's going to happen? NAD, NADH, how do you like that? Okay, some of the things we're very deficient in. Well, they're found in our cells. Sometimes we just can't get them released. The laser does that, so the laser helps make ATP. That's why lasers work. Lasers are very important in the stem cell field. It's really important. That's why I use my laser this much every day. The other thing with my laser is much. I don't get any jet lag if I fly around the world. I don't get jet lag. It just helps me. So, another thing we're going to do, we're getting near the end, shockwave therapy. Okay. Basically, this is like a little jackhammer. This creates microtrauma. We use it on a lot of our pro athletes. And lo and behold, what does it do? It releases growth factors, it releases nitric oxide. We look at the science. We have to have science for reasons for using these things, not just because we want to use them for the sake of using them. So this is, I'm going to finish up with two cases here. This is a case of a patient of mine who had this is a knee, okay, right here. So here's a spot bone right here. Here's a shin bone. And this is an area of dead bone here. It's called an avascular necrosis. Heart attack of the bone, basically. Here's the front ways view, here's the sideways view. So his shin bone would be here, thigh bone is here. We did stem cells on it, basically from the bone marrow perspective, PRP. That was in 2008. He came to see me 3 years later because he injured his knee playing tennis. Lo and behold, look at this. It went from here, where he was told he needed knee replacement by 3 different orthopedic surgeons. Here, did we reverse aging? We eventually did, at least on that knee. Yeah. Basically, again, not supposed to say sure, you can make your own assumptions. Okay? Next case, this is basically a Major League Baseball player. Okay? Had this tear of a ligament, it's called a Tommy John injury. Told, okay, surgery in 15 months of rehab. I said, no, let's see what we can do. So here's the tear here, here's the tear after 3 months. Fell hurt. He was back playing baseball in the MLB in 4 months. And with that, I'm going to end my talk. Thank you so much. It has been my privilege to be here.